welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making another cooking video because my content is unoriginal and I have no other ideas right now. So I was supposed to finish my music video and post it today, but then I ended up procrastinating and it's not finished yet. So I decided to film this instead last night. Let's get into it. Alright, so the plan for today is that I'm going to be making a roll cake. The recipe will be linked in the description. Please don't follow this as a tutorial video because I don't record all of the steps. I apologize for the lighting being so bad in this video. Like I said, I decided to film this last night, the day before posting. So, it is not the best lighting, but I'm going to try to put filters on it to make it look okay. I've been doing a lot of baking lately, and it's starting to make me feel like one of those anime moms whose only job in the plot of the story is to make their protagonist child food and tell them that they're late for school. But I mean, is that really a bad thing? Maybe that's a good thing, who knows? I get to feel like a Ghibli character. Okay, so what I'm doing in this clip is I'm making the batter for the roll cake. It's going to be basically just a sponge cake, but the flour and the amount of flour I'm using is going to be a bit different so that it is easier to roll. Okay, so I've been kind of stuck on thinking of what to say in the background of this video because I was gonna do a commentary about gaslighting in the Gacha community, but I'm planning on making that into its own video without the baking in the background. So I think I'm just going to answer some commonly asked questions that I get in my comment section. So the first commonly asked question that I get is what apps I use. So I obviously use Gacha Club. I occasionally use Gacha Life for props and stuff or extra characters. And then I use Ibspaint for thumbnails, KineMaster for editing for the most part, and I'll use Video Start sometimes, for my intro. Another question that I've gotten 2 or 3 times is how I animate, and I don't animate. My videos aren't really animation. I use screenshots most of the time, and I don't really draw anything for those. I make drawing content sometimes that I post on my community tab, but those are just still images. Those aren't really animation. So I don't really know what to say here. I've tried animation a few times. It's very difficult and I'm not very good at it. Yeah. I've tried tweening a little bit in the past 2 years, on this channel and on my last channel. But I'm not very good at that either. Tweening is kind of difficult for me for some reason because I'm not super patient. So I had just put the cake rolls in the oven and I had made the whipped cream. Now I have to wait 20 to 25 minutes before I can take it out of the oven. Now it's time to take my child out of the oven. You want to wait until it's about a golden brown color and then poke it with a fork to make sure that all the inside is cooked. Be very careful around the oven because it's easy to get burnt and you don't want that. Here's how it looks so far, going pretty well. I then cut off the edges and started to put the whipped cream I made on it. Now it's time to roll it up and put it in the refrigerator. This part was the scariest because I was really nervous that it was going to crack, because if it did, all this effort would have been for nothing and we would have no roll cake. But it turned out okay, and this is how it looked. I forgot to record this clip, but then I wrapped it up in parchment paper and then put it in the refrigerator to sit overnight. Now it is the next day, and I have my cake roll covered in parchment paper right now. If you can tell, I drew a tiny little face on it, which was fun. But I'm just gonna unwrap it now, and we're gonna see how it looks. Now that it's out of the parchment paper, we can get a closer look at it. Since the edges are a bit messy, I'm gonna cut them off with a knife. So I started using this knife, but it wasn't working very well, so I had to switch to a different knife. But this one worked, so that's good. Alright, so this is how the finished cake roll turned out. Sorry about all the glare from the sun. I think it turned out pretty cute, and now it's about time that we try it. It ended up tasting pretty good, and me and my whole family liked it. But the real question is, what does my son think about it? Ah yes, success at its finest. The recipe I used will be linked in the description. Thank you for watching.